Okay, welcome to this video here. Now this is the 2010 question C1 ordinary level exam question. Alright, now if this is the year 2018 that you're watching the video in, alright, and you go to Ashfield College and I've done this topic before, I have a higher level video done on the higher level question. Okay, its link is beside the one in Moodle. Alright, if you're a fifth year, okay, under me in 2018 in Ashfield, this is ideal. Or if you're a sixth year doing the question as well, or doing DCG for the first time, this question as well is ideal. Alright, now the company map located on the back of section A shows ground contours at 5 meter vertical intervals. So that's important. On the drawing supplied, draw a vertical section profile on the line AB. So on the line AB. Part B, determine and indicate in meters the maximum difference in altitude recorded along the line AB. So recorded along the profile. Part C, D, and E are outcrop points on the surface of a stratum of ore. Determine the strike and the dip of the stratum. Look, I know right now you don't know what they are. Okay, so I'm just gonna do them. Okay, and as I get through them in class, you'll learn. So I'm going to start with the basic concept here is to determine the scale. So scale 1 is to 1,000 and we have to do a vertical section profile. So 5 meters equals 5,000 millimeters. Alright, so 5 meters, alright. Okay, on our sheet, we have to divide this by 1,000. So 5 meters on our sheet equals 5 millimeters because the 3 knots knock each other off. So this is the space that we're going to do our vertical section profile. Alright, now, the lowest point in altitude, alright, in comparison to our map here, is 35. See the way B ends at 35 there. So even though there's 25, 20, 15 and 10, there's no need to do that. So on our map here, we're just going to mark up every 5 millimeters. And we don't have to start at 0, but you can if you want. So I've marked my dots in there every 5 apart, and I'm going to draw light lines across now. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video and do that from all of them. Okay, so I've done that and marked in the altitudes. Right now, we got to label all the points where the contour line, or the vertical section line AB intersects the contour. So I'm going to just mark all those points there. Now, what you're going to do is bring where the vertical section line AB in the map intersects the contours. You're going to bring all those points straight up. Alright, as shown. Okay, all them straight up. So I'm going to pause the video and do that. Okay, so I've done that now. Right, so where 35 hits contour line 35, we're going to mark that in. Right, so 35, where that hits 35, we're going to mark that in. Okay, where 30 hits the point brought up from the contour 30, so you struggling to see that. hits the line we're bringing up to 30. Okay, 35 again, then 40. Okay, then 45. Then 50. 55, 60, 60, and 55, 50, 45, 40, and 35 again. So what we're going to do now is we're going to sketch in those points. Alright, so keep your hand nice and neat inside the curve. So now what I normally do is untape the sheet so I can do it in nice and neatly here, but I'm going to leave it taped to the visualizer there. Alright, and that's the profile. Now it says, okay, determine the maximum altitude difference in meters. The maximum altitude difference determined in meters. So basically what that is between the lowest point and the highest point. So line there, line there. Now notice the way that just curves gently upwards, and because this goes down 35, 30, 30 and 35, that curves very gently downwards. So we're going to take our set square now, and we're going to draw in a line there between the top and lowest point. Right, we're going to measure it. So it's 32 millimeters. So 32 millimeters in meters in this case is going to be 32 meters. Alright, 32 meters. Okay, you will lose marks if you don't execute that command there. Right, part C and D are outcrop points of a surface of a stratum of ore. Determine the strike dip of the strike and dip of the stratum. Now, what outcrop points mean is if you have a layer of minerals in the Earth's surface, these are 3 points on the layer, top of the layer that meet the grass line or the grass area on the Earth. Now, so we're going to join them together. Okay, so if you've done auxiliaries before, alright, what that is finding what you call it, or to find the dip, it's the angle it makes with the ground. So you need to look in from an angle at it. Right, so join those points together. Now D is at 30. So we're going to bring D up to line 30, which is here. So there's D. E is at 60. So we're going to bring E up until it touches 60. And C is at 40, so we're going to bring C up until it hits 40. Okay, so there's C. And if the points join in one view, they join in every view. So we're going to join D to E, E to C, and C to D. That's it there. Now, the question says draw the strike. So what the strike is a level line across the surface. So this is like an elevation looking in from the front, or a vertical section. So what from C, we're going to draw a straight line across. Okay, that's a level line. Now, I'm going to call this point 1. Now, 1 touches the line DE, so I'm going to bring 1 down until it hits line DE in the map. Okay, the plan view essentially. And it joins to C. So now, this is the strike here. And it's a true length. You're looking perpendicular to the line, so that's its real length. Now, to see the dip, I'm going to look along this line here. So I'm going to extend out 1 to C. Okay. I'm going to extend out 1 to C. And I'm going to draw in lines perpendicular to line 1 to C and parallel from the other points. So just give us a second there for me to find my set square. So that got there. Now, right, there we have it there. So I'm going to line the edge of the set square up with that line 1C. I'm going to put the set square underneath it. I'm going to hold this set square down here, this one. And I'm going to slide the top one on. And I'm going to draw a line from E and D. So mine just moved there. So you can't move the bottom set square, but the top one can slide. So I have a line drawn from D, C, E, and 1. Now, so I need to draw a line that's perpendicular to line C1. So I'm going to slide the top one there. Now I'm going to hold the top one down, so I'm holding it there. I'm lifting the bottom one. And look, I'm putting the bottom one just touching there. Right? And then we can draw in a line here. This is called the X1 Y1 line. Right, now, along this line, I'm going to start marking the altitude. So D starts at 30. So I'm going to start at 25. So 5, 10, these are every 5 apart. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. They're what you call it. They're the same altitude as the vertical section here. Basically, what we're doing down here is like this view, just instead of looking straight in that way, we're looking in that way. Okay, so 25, 30, 35. Okay, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Right, now, I'm going to line the edge of the set square up here with the X1, Y1 line. I'm going to put one down, the set square underneath it, slide it down. And we're going to draw in lines parallel to the X1, Y1 line. Now, the altitudes of the points are the same. Right, so E is on 60, so this is point E here. C is on 40, so C should be here. Oh, sorry, no, there's C. And then D is at an altitude of 30, so D should be there along a 30 line. And if you've done it right, when you join all these points together, they should appear as a straight line. So there you go. So that's the triangle DEC appearing as a line. Now the dip is this angle here. That's the dip. Now I would always measure that and write it in. Okay, otherwise you do genuinely risk losing marks. I'm just going to extend this line. Now I'm only marking and drawing in pen for clarity. Okay, and then you can measure the angle. So the dip is 25 degrees. Alright, that is the video done. And look, if you found that too easy, then there's an invitation to do the 2010 higher level video, which there's going to be a video, a link underneath Moodle for Ashfield students. Alright, cheers, thank you, bye bye.